Hi, I'm Richard. We're at the Open Air Blues Festival in Brezoi. With me is Joanna from the United States.
Hello.
Hi. Is it true when you were 2 years old you heard Hello Dolly by Louis Armstrong?
Yes, I was born in Brooklyn, New York, and I remember being in that apartment in Brooklyn, and I clearly remember trying to sing with the radio, and then I looked up, because it was on the radio all the time, so I looked it up on the internet, and it said the year, and I was like, oh my God, I was 2 years old, and I vividly remember it. Yeah.
You started out with dance lessons, and then your mom bought you a guitar.
Well, I wanted dance lessons. And I was very tall as a child. I stopped growing when I was 12. I was 5'9". They said I was going to be 6'5". And back then there was no WNBA, so I used to cry. But so it was a little awkward. And she's like, "Well, I'm not getting you dance lessons." And I said, "She goes, but I got you something." I said, "What?" "Here," and it was a guitar, a classical from Sears, because everybody gets one of those back in the day. And I was kind of like, but I took lessons, and then I quit. But then I picked it up when I was 15, and I never put it down. So she knew something, like mothers do usually.
Oh, what comes first, the lyrics or the song?
The song. Although on this record, I've never really had collaborators, and my bass player wrote a lot of it. And he wrote the music, and I wrote the lyrics. And then a couple of songs I wrote everything, and a couple of songs he wrote everything. So I do like writing. That's one of my hobbies. Writing lyrics is a little different, but I did do it. When I write, I genuinely think of the music first. Yeah.
Was the lockdown a blessing or a curse for you?
Oh gosh. Well, I have 2 children. So I hadn't slept in like 35 years, basically. Because being a musician and a mom, you know, my son's 30, well, he's 36 now. My daughter was 11 years younger. So I had many stretches of not sleeping. So that was one thing. I was like, oh, this is what it feels like to sleep every day. Other than that, and I did teach guitar online, which got me through. And there were very generous people that reached out to me and sent me money, which was unbelievable to me. I didn't ask.
Patron.
So that kind of gave me a great feeling about humanity, you know. So there was, you know, but for the most part, I would say it was pretty terrible for me. You know, I didn't realize. I was like, at first I was like, oh, this isn't happening. What is this? This is not. What is this? Like, we've had the swine flu. We've had this and that. This is bull, you know. And then it was like, oh. And then I had made the record with Joanna in February of 2020. So you know it was coming in a few weeks, the pandemic in March. So I was like, I cannot believe I just made this album and I can't tour. And Joe and I both thought, because we talked, he's like, I think music is done. I think it's done. It's over. I don't know what we're going to do now. So I was like, so yeah.
But then again, you consider that, or I read that you consider that social media gave people a voice.
The pandemic?
Yeah, thanks to the pandemic, yeah.
Well, I mean, there were things about it, I think, for all of us. It made us slow down. It made us look at what's important in life. Like most big events in life will make you stop and think. So that I could have been more productive. You know, I look back like, you know, I could have been exercising, I could have been writing more. But it was I think I was in a slight depression. So I watched movies and I ate food and I slept a lot. So, you know, I don't know. I mean, we did do some online things. And we did have a few, I think we had about 7 gigs. Because there were some states in America that didn't really lock down. So we would do a couple festivals of other states, and I was a little worried because this is before we had vaccines or anything. But I did a few, and then I played a few private parties. And the online thing at first started off great because it was new. And then after a while, it was so much of it, you know. But I look back at it now like it was a dream, not a good one. I'm like, did that actually happen? Yes, it actually happened. You know.
And is this your first time in Romania?
It is my first time. Yeah.
You did the sound check earlier.
Mm-hmm.
How do you find this festival in Brezoi?
Well, first of all, I mean, the people in Romania so far have been very kind and warm, and I don't know, it's a beautiful area, so it's lovely. I mean, I don't know when anything's going to be like until I put my guitar in and hit the first note, and then I'm like, oh. People ask me, "Do you think it's going to be a great show?" And I'm like, no clue. I say it's magic, because everything kind of happens the way it happens, you know. So, but I have a good feeling about this, you know. I think the people will be receptive to the music. I'm only a power trio. We lost our keyboard player to Buddy Guy, so we're a power trio. So that's always a little challenging, but we've done about 25% of our gigs this summer have been trio, the travel gigs.
Okay, well, good luck with everything and the music.
Thank you.
We're waiting for you to come on down to the Open Air Blues Festival in Brezoi.
Drums, y'all, from Chicago, Illinois. How about it? Woo! How you feeling today, huh? We're feeling good too. Gonna love me, baby, till holler. Oh, 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 baby.
It's not when she's away. Ain't no sunshine when she's gone. This house just ain't no home.
He's got Elgin movements from his head down to his toes. Mama can make it sound, but you don't hear that every day on a bass guitar. How about the Sean Gotti Calloway from Chicago, Illinois? Come on. have a great time, everybody. Thank you so much.